So when Bron walks in, you're offering one-on-one, which, by the way, is unique in your world, as you well know. How are you conducting your evaluation? How are you coming up with individualized plans specifically for the athlete in front of you?
Yeah, nowadays, I start with the 50 orthopedic assessment. We look at everything from joint range of motion, muscle length. We do a deep evaluation of everything that's going on in the body. From there, it goes into a movement evaluation. And then from there, force plates, 1080 speed. So we do, myself and my team around me, we do a real thorough job at dissecting the athlete from the ground up, from the big toe to the ear, and finding everything in between of what's working and what's not. I stay away from a lot of the cookie cutter stuff. Like, I don't get too much into like the laser stuff or any of that. And I think there's a place for that. I think some of that stuff's great. But for me, it's about the orthopedics first and then movement.
Okay, so give me specifics, because I want to dive into those details. When you say you're running through 50 orthopedic tests, give me a smattering of those. What's most important to you?
You know, I think let's stick with NBA guys, you know, just measuring basic stuff like knee flexion, lumbar flexion, thoracic extension, just some of the basic stuff that we see that's becoming redundant for non-contact injuries, right? I think if you look at the NBA, we'll stay there first. What's one of the most common things we see, right? Knees and ankles, right? And if you want to expand on that, like knees, you're looking at like patellar tendonitis, chondromalacia, these things that are super avoidable. If you go with something as basic as, you know, why doesn't a professional athlete have optimal knee flexion, right? And I think we've gotten away from some of that stuff, like just doing a continuously weekly, monthly measurement of just that, finding out why are the quads so tight? Why are the hamstrings turned off? Why are the glutes not firing? Well, these guys are quad dominant guys, right? What do they do for a living? Plyometrics, right? They're sprinting, they're running, they're jumping. So I think just getting to some of that foundational stuff has helped us a lot. And it sounds so easy, but it really is. It's funny because sometimes, like, my head athletic trainer, Elise Caldwell, we'll have conversations about that. And we're like, are we that smart, or is everyone else just that incompetent?
What's the answer to that?
I think there's just a lot of incompetent people touching a lot of high level athletes. And that's not to, you know, I'm at a point in my career where I don't want to shit on anyone or throw things under the bus. I spent, 10 years really drawing a line in the sand, because for me, I was so passionate about raising the awareness around non-contact injuries that it's not that I stopped fighting that fight. I think I brought enough awareness to it where the younger generations of me are coming up and they're going to battle on social media with that stuff. With me, it's just, I don't want to say it's just incompetency. It's also, I think, just lack of caring and lack of energy. I think when you assign someone a salary, what seems exciting, what has a lot of adrenaline in the first month, 2 months, 3 months, it becomes a job, right? So I think, with some of the teams, we'll stay with there. I think some of these teams, maybe their training staffs are not getting paid enough, but they're also not getting all the resources they need around them to allow these athletes that are being paid $100, $200, $300 million the precise attention they need for individual programming, assessing, and recovery.
It's the True Sports Physical Therapy Podcast. Tune in. You might just learn something. Catch all of the full episodes on all streaming platforms. And as always, the link is in the bio.